Dance in moonlight. Anabi looked up into the night. Moonlight filled her eyes, and she knew what she must do. Many months she trained, jumping over the hill, then dale, then mountain top. When she could jump no higher, she nearly flew, tumbling out into oblivion. All seemed lost, but the twins saw and caught her in their embrace. Anabi picked the light from Joan and leapt once more from Niern. Seeing what she had taken, the moons followed suit, dancing a spiral across the sky. When it seemed they might catch her, they collided and moved no more. Seeing the twins entangled so, Anabi plucked the light from Jode as well. As she made to leave, they caught her in their embrace. Anabi begged them to return her to Quinral, for that was the land of her birth. Under the condition that she never again tried to steal their light, they returned her to her homeland. Since that time, Anabi's brow has borne fine speckles of stardust, a reminder of her vow never to return to the stars. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay. Mm. I don't understand what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, so that's her, and those are the twins. Hmm. Okay. Okay. We got it open, so I guess that was the trick. The treasure of a hobby. We can bail out of here.
They've gone to see Shamra. If you hurry, you might catch them.
Okay. Seems like I can catch
Molara
them
and
pretty
Balia
easy.
working together. Punabi, did you ever think we would see this day?
No, Shamra.
Come now, smile. Only good can come of such an auspicious alliance.
You are wise to say so, Shanra.
Such flattery. Tell me, why have you called me here?
We have a gift for you, Chandra, to show our appreciation and solidify our friendship. And I believe it has just arrived. My friend, if you would do the honors.
Chandra is honored. Tell me, what have you brought? Spices? Gemstones, perhaps? Wherever did you get this marvelous gem? Legend has it that Joan was struck by a bolt of light. For but a second, she turned from her twin, and overtaken by sadness, shed a single tear. Jode brushed it from her cheek, and it fell to the desert below. Joan's tear, such a beautiful gem. Of course not, a fanciful tale. This jewel was cut from a Varla stone by Azesas, greatest jeweler of the First Era. But it's a good story, isn't it? And will fetch a fine price.
Yeah.
You do your friends credit. Such a prize deserves a fine reward.
Okay.
I thought you might have something in mind, seeing as you went through all the trouble of procuring this precious jewel. Name your price. Ah, clever and loyal. A rare combination. Very well. I prefer not to have the Thalmor looking over my shoulder anyhow. Instead, we will invest in Jode's chariot. Our coffers still need guarding, yes? As the hollow moon waxes, it is only fair that we balance the scales. We will invest significant capital in bolstering our esteemed protectors. Otherwise, we might find ourselves waiting in one of Valir's famous lines, no?
All right.
My good friend, you have done so much for us and asked so little in return. If all my agents were so skilled and selfless, we might bring our services to the world. With Chandra appeased, we will continue to do what we do best. While I am sure Jode's chariot will try to stop us, they will never blot us out entirely, no? Thank you, my friend. We would not be here without your help.
No
Hunting
problem.
greatness with the determination of her scene.
There we go. This is a cute outfit. Let's see. What we got to do. What we got to do. There we go.
Unzari said, "Not by myself, foul demon. I shall gather a Krajul, a company of heroes. Starting with the Altman, Nurarian the Perfect, who communes among the buried roots of the alien worms. These are the words, and the words are true. This one recognizes a lover of stories when he sees one. Care to hear another tale? Old grandfather sent you. Interesting. This one can only tell you what he knows, and Azargo only knows the beginning of the story. That is the way of things concerning the great stories and the secrets they hold. sure you want to hear? In the time before time, when the 16 kingdoms were barely more than 16 tribes, the great hero Kunzari went on many adventures. After Kunzari defeated the giant troll by consuming 401 moon sugar pies, he met a demon. No, a different kind of demon. Now be quiet and listen. The demon said, "My brothers and I shall take this land and its treasures, even the moons from the sky." Kunzari objected, but the demon laughed. "You cannot stop us, little cat thing."
Oh wow. Little
Kunzari
cat thing
said,
is crazy.
"Not by myself, foul demon. I shall gather a Krajun, a company of heroes, starting with the Outman, Nurarian the Perfect, who communes among the buried roots of the Alien worms. These are the words, and the words are true."
All right. As helpful as he could be, I guess.
What an interesting
This
story.
nigga.
If only I could shake my shadow as easily as Kunzari does, well, anything. At least now I know where to find the first triangulant. Yes, the triangulant. The first reference point that will allow us to use the map and locate the weapon. The location was spelled out in the Moonsinger's story. The verse concerning Nurarian the Perfect. It's as clear as the sky on a cloudless day. Among the buried roots of the Alien worms. It refers to a place I know well.
Okay.
Wormroot Depths. An Alien ruin located here in Gratwood. Somewhere in Wormroot Depths, the ancient Khajiit hid a reference point that will get us one step closer to finding the weapon. We should travel separately, for safety's sake. I'll meet you inside the ruin.
Right, okay. Alright, so I'm gonna have to get on my horse and do the thing. Alright, y'all. Let's get up in here. We need to find that. Let's find a lair. The monkeys just be sitting out there in the road. It's crazy.
What lurks here surely intends us no good.
Ah, the distinctive smell of Daedric sorcery. It's as atrocious as it is pervasive. We're looking for anything that appears. Your technique seems adequate, if a bit unrefined. We're looking for anything that appears.
Broken battlements and wrecked walls, when worshipped of the horror once embraced. The bites of 50 winter frosts and wind have cracked and pitted the unholy gates, and brought down the cruel, obscene spire. All is dust, all is nothing more than dust. The blood is dried, and screams have echoed out. Framed by hills in the wildest, forlorn place of Marwyn sits the barren bones of Abernanet. When thrice blessed Rangadil first saw Abernanet, it burnished silver bright with power and permanence. A dreadful place with dreadful men to guard it, with fever-glassed eyes and strength through the horror. Rangadil saw the foe's number was far greater than the few ordinators and bowen armigers he led. Watching from the hills above the field and castle of death, while it stood, it damned the souls of the people of Morrowind, a cursed, iniquitous castle Abernanet. The alarum was sounded, calling the holy warriors to battle, to answer villainy shield with justice spear, to steel themselves to fight at the front and be brave. Rangadil too grasped his shield and his thin Avon spear, and the clamor of battle began with a resounding crash to shake the clouds down from the sky. The shield wall was smashed and blood staunched the ground of the field, a battle like no other of Morrowind to destroy the evil of Abernanet. The maniacal horde were skills at arms, for certes, but the three holy fists of Mother, Lord, and Wizard pushed the monster's army back in charge after charge. Rangadil saw from above, urging the army to defend, Dagoth Thras himself in his pernicious tower spire, and knew that only when the heart of evil was caught would the land e'er be truly saved. He pledged then by the temple and the holy tribunal of Morrowind to take the tower of Abernanet. In a violent push, the tower base was pierced, but all efforts to fell the spire came to naught, as if all the strength of the horror held that one tower. The stairwell up was steep and so tight that two warriors could not ascend it side by side. So single file the armies clambered up and up to take the tower room, and in the reign of one of the cruelest petty tyrants in the annals of Morrowind, Dagoth Thras of Abernanet. They awaited a victory cry from the first to scale the tower, but silence only returned, and then the blood. First only a rivulet, and then a scarlet course poured down the steep stairwell. With the cry from above, Dagoth Thras is besting our army one by one. Rangadil called his army back, every ordinator and buoyant armiger, and he himself ascended the stairs, passing the bloody remains of the best warriors of Morrowind to the tower room of Abernanet. Like a raven of death on its eyrie was Dagoth Thras, holding bloody shield and bloody blade at the tower room door. Every thrust of Rangadil's spear was blocked with ease. Every slash of Rangadil's blade was deflected away. Every blow of Rangadil's mace was met by the shield. Every quick arrow shot could find no purchase, for the monster's greatest power was in his dread blessing that no weapon, for no warrior found in all of Morrowind could pass the shield of Abernanet. As the hour passed, Rangadil came to understand how his greatest warriors met their end with Dagoth Thras, for he could exhaust them by blocking their attacks, and then, thus weakened, they were simply cut down. The villain was patient and skilled with the shield, and Rangadil felt even his own mighty arms growing numb. While Dagoth Thras anticipated and blocked each cut, and Rangadil feared that without the blessing of the Divine Three of Morrowind he'd die in the Tower of Abernanet. But he still poured down blows as he yelled, "Foe! I am Rangadil, a prince of the true temple, and I've fought in many a battle, and many a warrior has tried to stop my blade and has failed. Very few can anticipate which blow I'm planning, and fewer, knowing that, know how to arrest the design or have the strength to absorb all of my strikes. There is no greater master of shield blocking in all of Morrowind than here in the castle at Abernanet. My foe, Dark Lord Dagoth Thras, before you slay me, I beg you, tell me how you know how to block." Wickedly proud, Dagoth Thras heard Rangadil's plea and decided that before he gutted the temple champion, he would deign to give him some knowledge for the afterlife, how his instincts and reflexes worked, and as he started to explain, he realized that he did not know how he did it. and watched, puzzled, as Ringadil delivered what the tales of Marwyn called the death blow of Abernanet. Wow, of course. You signed your own death certificate. Makes sense. And it gives. And it gives.